Designed for the Imperial Navy, but made famous serving the Rebel Alliance, the EF-76 Nebulon-B Escort Frigate was one of the most common sights of the Galactic Civil War, and a crucial part of the Alliance Starfleet. Originally commissioned by Kuat Drive Yards, the Nebulon-B was designed to protect convoys from Rebel Alliance starfighter actions, a fact that would become historically ironic after the frigate became an integral part of the alliance it was built to oppose. Though the ship fell into use with the rebellion, many of the vessels continued to serve in the Imperial Navy, often used as minor command ships for engagements that did not warrant the deployment of an Imperial Star Destroyer. The ship also saw use as a light carrier for small numbers of TIE series fighters and bombers. 300 meters in length and 72 meters across, the Nebulon-B was separated into two large modules, conjoined by a relatively narrow connecting spar. Though the use of this narrow spar shaved a substantial sum from the vessel's construction cost, it also created an exploitable vulnerability, allowing hostile forces to concentrate fire on the central beam, and ultimately to sever it. This separation would not only render the ship useless, having divided its drive core from all primary ship functions, but also rapidly vent the ship's atmosphere, killing most if not all of the embarked crew. The Nebulon-B was exceptionally well armed for a vessel of its size, carrying 12 heavy turbo lasers and 12 laser cannons, with some versions also carrying an aftermarket proton torpedo battery. The vessel was also well shielded and carried an extensive array of deep space multi-frequency scanning antennas, a utility which was held in high regard by the Rebel Alliance. The Nebulon-B filled a mid-range combat role in the Alliance fleet, proving highly effective against enemy starfighter formations and working in tandem with the CR-90 Corellian corvette to provide support for larger capital ships. Though most Nebulon-Bs in Alliance service were used for combat or command assignments, some of the vessels were converted for use as hospital ships, with the starship's extensive internal space allowing for the installation of large and sophisticated medical facilities. The ship's standard crew of 307 was augmented for the hospital variants, adding an additional 80 medical personnel, as well as 30 2-1B medical droids. The ships also replaced their launch bays and many of their turbo laser batteries with housings for Bacta tanks and additional accommodation. The most famous example of this variant was the Alliance hospital ship Redemption, which served with the Rebel Alliance for most of the Galactic Civil War, before its destruction at the hands of the second Death Star during the Battle of Endor. The success of the Nebulon-B ultimately led Kuat Drive Yards to develop a successor to the vessel in the form of the Nebulon-B2 heavy frigate. The B2 shared a similar profile to its predecessor, but the ship's forward pod was separated into an inverted V shape, allowing for an increased surface area and, as a result, several additional weapons platforms. The B2 also boasted a reinforced connecting spar, far less vulnerable to enemy weapons fire, as well as a large concussion missile battery and a drastically expanded launch bay. Serving on both sides of the Galactic Civil War and playing a crucial role in the infrastructure of the Rebel Alliance, the Nebulon-B Frigate is an iconic and well-respected design whose value and reliability has been thoroughly proven on countless occasions. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. If there's a particular spacecraft you'd like to see looked at, let me know in the comments below and I'll get right on it.